Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Warner Anderson as Matthew Swain, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, and Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie.
Last night, Betty Anderson left New York to hurry back to Peyton Place. Her decision to go home was an impulsive one. And all through the long, lonesome journey, she wondered and dreaded what was waiting for her there.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mother. Coffee?
Smells good. Have you been up long?
Not long.
Oh. How about some breakfast?
No, thanks, just coffee, but you go ahead.
No, I'm not hungry. I like that dress.
Thanks.
It's a good color for you.
Mother, you didn't ask me any questions last night.
Well, it was late. You were tired.
Well, I'm not tired now. You can ask me. Anything you want to.
I have a better idea, Betty. Why don't you just tell me? Anything you want to.
Well, I tried to get a job. I couldn't.
Yes, it can take time.
I met a girl, a friend. I stayed with her for a while.
Did you like New York? All the tall buildings and the people?
No.
No, neither did I the first time I went. It was sort of frightening. Everyone was so impersonal.
I know. I suppose that's what I wanted at first.
And later on?
Oh, I would have gotten used to it.
Betty? Would you have stayed in New York if your father hadn't gotten so ill?
Yes, Mother, I think I would have.
I see.
Now you can ask me.
Ask you what?
Well, about New York, about what happened.
It really isn't important, Betty. I'm just grateful you're home.
Well, 6 months ago, you were concerned if I got in after midnight. But now I can disappear, spend months in a strange city with strange people, and you treat it like it was nothing. You're just grateful I'm home.
What do you want, Betty? Do you want me to tell you how wrong you were to run away? I think you know that. At least I hope you do. You don't solve your problems by running away from them.
No. You've never run from your problems. You just stay with them and you just...
Go on.
Never mind.
I just stayed with my problems and did nothing about them.
Mother, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, Betty. It's true. Neither George nor I ever came to grips with our problems, Betty. We just skirted around them. We pretended they didn't exist, but they did exist. And they grew. And they grew to the point where your father just couldn't face them anymore, Betty.
Mother, please, I didn't mean to blow up. I feel so guilty about running away, and you've been so sweet about it.
You shouldn't feel guilty.
Oh, I was so confused when I left, but, well, I've thought a lot about everything. Mother, I want you to know one thing. I don't blame you and Daddy, not for the trouble I've gotten myself into. I really don't.
Well,
Mother, please believe me.
Betty, I believe you mean what you say, but... I'll get it.
Well, good morning.
All right.
I heard Betty came home last night. May I come in?
Of course, Rod.
Hello, Rod.
I'm awfully glad you came back. I worried about you.
I'm sorry it was silly of me to act so childish.
Well, as long as you're okay.
I'm fine. It was nice of you to drop by.
Well, I didn't want to miss you. I know you must have a lot to do.
Yes.
Betty, if I can help you in any way, if I could drive you, anywhere you want to do.
No, Dr. Rossi's taking me to the sanitarium later this afternoon.
Oh.
Rod, would you like a cup of coffee?
No, thank you. No, thank you, Miss Sanderson.
I think I'll have another cup. Excuse me?
You sure I can't drive you?
I don't think so.
I know what an ordeal this has been for you, on top of everything else. I'm so sorry it happened. If there's any way I can help, any way at all.
Thanks, you have already. I am glad you dropped by, Rod. And I'll call you.
Please.
If I need any help, I'll call.
Please.
Hello.
On your way to the hospital?
Yes, the operation is at 9.
Oh, can I give you a lift?
Oh, no, thank you. I don't mind the walk.
Will you be able to see your father beforehand?
Well, I don't think so. I saw him last night. He's pretty scared, even though he tries not to show it.
I'm sure you'll be all right.
I hope so. How did Allison like the sweater?
Oh, she loved it. You made the right guess. Blue's her favorite color.
Where did you tell her it came from?
Oh, I gave her the most involved answer. I don't know which one she accepted.
I'm sorry you had to lie about it.
Well, I don't think anyone got hurt by it.
Of course not, but I don't like the fact that you had to lie about it. You should never have had to lie, Connie.
Well, nobody likes to, but sometimes it has to be done. Look, it's freezing out here. I can run you to the hospital in no time. Elliot, I know how worried you are about your father, and you're used to being alone and worrying alone, but it doesn't have to be like that anymore now, does it?
I'd appreciate the lift, Connie.
I know. I wanted to get a good seat.
You really didn't have to rush. The students invariably gravitate to the rear of the room. I think they're afraid of me. Are you afraid of me?
I guess I'm too stupid to know better.
Looks like you're already a success. You gentlemen want something?
No.
Why do men have to practice their girl watching so early in the morning?
Oh, I don't know, Allison. I'm supposed to remind themselves they're men.
Are you excited about your new class?
Excited?
I would be.
40 fertile young minds, ripe for cultivation. Is that the way you see it?
You don't take things very seriously, do you?
Well, I've been teaching freshman English for several years.
That's not just what I meant.
Allison, did I offend you yesterday, arguing with Elliot Carson?
No, you didn't offend me. You surprised me.
Why?
a success, too.
No. Why did I surprise you?
Well, Elliot Carson has had such a terribly miserable sort of life. And still he believes that people are basically good. You don't.
I'm the cause of his misery.
I never said that.
It was my testimony that convicted him, and I'm sure you knew that.
Of course I knew it. I wasn't attacking him, Mr. Hanley.
What were you doing?
I was trying to understand you better.
You don't have to understand your teachers, Allison. Just concentrate on the lectures.
That's one way of learning. I'm sorry if I overstepped my boundaries.
Connie, you really don't have to stay. You know?
Oh, I know. But the store's really never very busy on Mondays. I can stay for a little while.
Well, we might as well sit down. I get you some coffee?
No, thank you.
Well, everyone says that Dr. Rossi is a very fine doctor.
He is.
You know him well?
Oh, I've known him ever since he first came to Peyton Place. Actually, I met him one time before.
Oh, where?
When Allison was born. He was an orderly on the ward.
He doesn't look old enough. And then I guess some men stay young.
People lead different lives, Elliot.
Yeah, sure. I had a feeling you were good friends.
Oh?
That's a thought I had the other night when I saw you together in the store. Just an attitude you both had.
Well, Michael has been a good friend. I'm fond of him.
Fond? Is that all? Oh, never mind. That's none of my business. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Guess I'm just edgy.
I know.
I've spent so much of my life waiting. Just waiting.
Good morning, Mr. Carson.
Doctor?
Connie?
Michael?
You about ready?
Yes, I think so. Your father slept well last night, and he seems comfortable now. They'll be bringing him through here in a few minutes. Well,
Doctor,